Hi everyone and welcome back to the garden. It's a really muggy June evening, but today for a change I don't want to talk about some obscure tropical plant that grows absolutely massive with huge leaves. I'm actually talking about a really small plant. And if you didn't see my previous video where you don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram, we actually got married a couple of weeks ago. And at our wedding we actually chose to give away, this is Alice's idea, not mine, these small cacti. Personalised in these customised pots. Some of them even have flowers like this. So they went down really well. I think everyone thought they're really trendy, really cute little plants. But today I just want to talk about a few care tips to them, care tips that you can pass on to the people that you buy them for, a few planting ideas, and why I personally think they're a great gift idea, even for people who don't have a lot of luck growing plants. But firstly, for those of you who are wondering, we actually got these pots from Etsy, and I'll link to the seller below. They came really quickly and I think they're really professional looking, and they've got that sort of handmade touch that really sets off the plants well. Obviously there's nothing stopping you getting some plain terracotta pots and decorating them yourself, or maybe you can let your kids do it, let them just go wild on them and see how creative they are. Or probably if you want to have a go yourself and it turns out really badly, just say your kids do it and you might get away with it that way. But I think whatever pot you choose, cacti, they just go so well with them. They're really trendy at the minute, they're really colourful, and there's so many different sorts available. And we actually got these from a local garden centre. They sell all kinds of cacti, succulents, echiverias, there's so many different sorts. These cacti were £1 each, and we sell some larger ones and the larger succulents at £1.50. But I've actually found, and I've given you a link in the description below, on Amazon, really good ratings, they look really nice. You get 10 mixed cacti for about £16, which I think is a great price. Obviously some kind of tropical or jungle plant will definitely fit in the garden theme better, but to be honest with you, I couldn't think of any tropical plant that will be happy in a pot like this long term, that wouldn't need regular watering, special care requirements. And I know personally I'd feel a bit guilty if someone gave me a plant on the wedding and it died within a couple of weeks. And also, I know that not everyone's got the space for a lot of different potted plants, or they might not even have a garden to plant them out in. So for those people, cacti are absolutely perfect. They don't need a lot of space, they don't grow very quickly. If they're in a small pot like this, they'll hardly grow at all, to be honest with you. So they're no problem at all. And even if you've got plenty of plants already, there's always room for another cactus, especially one like this. So if you're looking to buy a cactus or succulents like these, either for yourself, as a gift for someone you know, or potentially as a gift but then you actually keep them for yourself because you like the way they look, then the care requirements are actually really straightforward. So the first thing is that you give them plenty of light. So this means somewhere like a windowsill is absolutely great. They will do fine on a desk or somewhere like that, but ideally close to the window if possible. And mine, I've actually got some larger cacti and I bring them outside for summer months, on a summer holiday if you like, from around June till September time. And at the old house we had a small area of sort of patio with some wooden shelves around it, and all my cacti came outside for their summer holiday, then went back in before it gets cold. But really, if you're going to keep them inside all year, anywhere bright will suit them absolutely perfectly. And the only other care requirement is that you don't water them too much. So as Freddie Mercury said, too much love will kill you every time. It's definitely true for cacti. So practically speaking, if you've got a cactus like this in a small pot, it will dry out pretty quickly over summer, so you can water it every few days or every week, something like that, maybe even every couple of weeks, it'll be absolutely fine. And if you forget to water it once or twice, again, they're really forgiving and it literally won't matter. When it comes to winter though, you need to be careful not to overwater it. So really, I'm talking about from September through to March or April, you only really need to water it and give it a little drip of water, probably every month, maybe even every couple of months. What you might notice is it starts to shrivel a little bit and you can give it a little drip of water then. Or you can do the finger test, where if you've got enough exposed compost, if you touch that and your finger comes away and you've got compost on your finger, it means that soil's too damp, so you don't need to water it. But if you're in doubt, definitely just miss it out and water it the next week. They'll be absolutely fine on complete neglect. And rather shamefully, I had some in the end room here at this house when we moved house. A couple of very small pots similar to these actually got left to one side, and they did shrivel up a bit over winter. They didn't get watered at all for about 6 months, but I gave a bit of water back in March or April time and they were absolutely fine. So if you're in any doubt, don't water it. The easiest way to kill a cactus, probably the only way really, is to give it too much water. And from that, I just want to say one other thing about potting. If you've got that pot inside a plastic pot that doesn't have a drainage hole at the bottom, or it's in itself, it's got the pot without these holes in it, then potentially that pot can actually cause root rot. So if the water doesn't drain out, then it can create problems. Whereas if you've got a pot with good drainage, anything like this, where you can actually see the water coming out of it, then that's great because it means the plant can dry out and it can enjoy the water without sitting in it. Obviously, you don't have to be getting married to give someone a cactus. I think they make a great birthday present, thank you present, or even a Father's Day present, which is coming up, by the way. A little reminder for you there. And you don't have to go for a customised pot like this either. You can get all kinds of different pots, and I've actually put a few links in the description below to pots that I think would work really well with cacti this size. But what you can do, if it's a bigger birthday, or you're wanting a present that's a bit more handmade, a little bit more impressive, you could get a large bowl, and again I put a few links in the description below. You get a bowl and actually plant it up yourself with a few of these. So personally, what I'd probably do is get a batch of 10, choose a few that I really like, and then I'd plant that bowl up, which doesn't have to be difficult at all. I will do a video on actually how I pot up cacti, but basically all you do is take them out of the pot like that, space them out where you'd want in that bowl, and put some compost around them. When I say compost, any multi-purpose will do, but ideally something that's quite gritty, maybe a John Innes number 3 with some added grit, but it doesn't have to be complicated really. And if you're in doubt, you could just go for pure sand, any kind of multi-purpose. And to finish it off, I would go with some grit, some horticultural grit, or you can maybe get some trendy coloured stones and put those around them. There's all kinds of different ideas, and I'm sure that anyone you give it to will really appreciate the extra bit of effort that you've gone to putting those cacti together and arranging them just like that. So a bit of a different plan today. Normal jungle service will be resumed very shortly, but I just think they're a great idea. Like I said, it was Alice's idea originally, and I'm sure lots of other people have done it, but I thought it was a fantastic idea, and the presents went down really well with everyone who came to the wedding. So they're really easy to look after, they're really cheap, and they're a tough plant that can survive anything really and still put out beautiful flowers like this. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you all soon. One last thing before I go, regular viewers and subscribers, you'll be pleased to hear that Max actually made it to the wedding. Not the whole day. Alice did originally want him at the church, but I thought that'd be a really bad idea. It would have been absolute carnage and anything could have happened, but he made an appearance at the night do, and we got these lovely photos with him. So I must say an absolutely massive thanks to my brother Henry, who's Henry Lally Photography, and his girlfriend Elizabeth. They took some absolutely amazing pictures, and it was great to have them there as part of our day. So if you check out the description below, I put links to both their pages there. They're both really talented photographers, and if you know anyone getting married, definitely pass the link on. It really will be appreciated. See you soon.